Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome again to our training session on web content management using WordPress. In today's session, we will be learning on how to create a menu. Okay, I know some of you have created already, but for the others who haven't started yet, this is the best time for you to learn on how you can create the menu. Okay, now the question is, how can we create a menu using a WordPress? Actually, there are just 4 steps that you can do. First, of course, you need to select create a new menu. Then we have to add pages to the menu and make sure you're done creating pages. But in case you haven't created any pages yet, then you have to start creating pages before starting creating a menu. Then after adding the pages, we're going to edit and update our menu. Then we will try to display the menu on our site. Okay, let's say we have a case scenario where we have to create a multiple submenu because we're going to create our main menus. Example, in the About Us, we're going to add submenu. So the About Us is our main menu and our submenu would be this one. Sample mandate, powers and function, machine and vision, citizens charger, Republic Act number 10844, detached agencies, officials, list of officials maybe. Well, it might be different on your end because what I have here is actually an information coming from the web page of the ICT. So I just get this one as an example just for demonstration purposes. Another major menu that I'm going to create is using services. Under the services, we will be creating some submenus as well. And the rest of the menu and pages, you will also do the same, meaning you will create on your own. Okay. Okay, let's get started now. Assuming you are logged in already on your dashboard. So how can we start or create a menu? But before that, where can we put it? Example, I'll be opening my site. Okay, now as you can see here on our top bar, it's actually empty, and this is where we're going to put our menus. Now the question is, how can we insert? Let's say I'm going to add here home, services, let's say transparency, trainings, and other details, including of course the contact us. Okay, something like that. Now aside from this, we're going to add some submenu. Example, here in the training, we're going to add here like webinar series for 2023. And if we want to add more, like anything, like any trainings, premium, let's say I put here premium courses. Same thing here in the services, we're going to create some sub menu as well. Okay, and let's get started. Let's go back now and to our dashboard. So from here you can navigate going to appearance. So from here you click on this option, then navigate to menus, this one. It's important to select this option, the menu, then click on that and just wait a bit. Now as you can see here, I already created some pages as an example. So prior to creating a menus, make sure that you have created already your pages, although you can also add a menu in here, but it would be better if you're done setting up your pages so we can actually proceed with other details easily. Okay, now there are three tabs here. We have the most recent one, where any pages being added just recently, it will actually appear in here. And if in case you cannot see the other pages being added, then you can just click this option, the view all. Okay, this is where you can find the other pages being added. And what if, you will ask, how about if I had so many pages being added, can I still see it? Let's say here, since there are only few. Now if I want to look for other pages, you just have to click this search option. Let's say I'm going to find here contact us. Contact us, automatically it will be filtered and the contact us will appear in here. Okay, now what's the difference by selecting this select all instead of selecting individually? When you select this option, meaning all these pages will be added into our menu name. Okay, but of course if you're going to uncheck this option, it will not be selected. Now from here on the right side under the menu structure, let's say I'm going to put here top bar menu. Okay, I'm going to put this option. So here we will be guided that all of this menu will be actually put on top of our page. So from here, from this page, on top of this one, part of the top bar. Now we will just call it top bar menu, so we will be guided on, just in case later on if we want to do some troubleshooting. Okay, there are other settings that you need to be aware of also. Once that you will add the pages to which you want to be added as part of the menu in the top bar, then you need to set up also where do you want to appear in. You set on the left menu top bar or in the right end, or automatically it will be added on the top levels pages of this menu. And there's also auxiliary menu. Let's try to navigate on this one so you can see the difference. Okay, assuming I'll be adding here the transparency cell, okay, for now, and services, including the contact us option. So from here you click this button, add menu, so it will be added on the menu structure. Okay, by clicking this option, it will be added here on this side. Okay, now if you can see it, it's B. There is also an option for you to move this one, example with that, rearrange it. So that's how you're going to arrange it. Okay, now if we're going to make changes on this one, before clicking the save menu, you have to decide where do you want to appear in. Okay, if I'm going to select this option, let's start off with the right menu top bar, then save it. Now it's being added. So let's try to open our browser. Click on this one and refresh it. Let's see. If you notice, the pages are being added here on this side, on that right side. But we don't want that one to appear in here. We want to appear it here on the left side instead. Then all you need to do, just go back here and uncheck this option and select the left menu option and then save it again. Then after updating it, go back to your page and try to check some changes. Let's try to refresh it. See, it's now being added in here. So if I'm going to click on this one, of course I will be redirected to contact us. Then if I'm going to click on transparency cell, of course I'll be added here as well, including the services, although we haven't put anything yet in the services. Okay, now as you notice, we don't have, it's also important to add the home option in here. Okay, there are two things that you need to observe as well. I'm going to show it what I'm trying to mean. Let's say here in the pages you added a page called home. Okay, I'll just put here home, because in every pages there should be a home. Okay, let me publish this one, publish, so that I can also add the home into my page. I want to insert it here in my main page. Okay, every on my top bar, I mean. So I had home now here. What I want to do is to appear this home. If you notice, though I added it here, but it does not appear on my top bar yet. So what will I do? Go back here in the settings now, in the appearance, open again your menu. Then you need to add this option, the home option, then add to menu. Okay, if you notice, it is on the last part. So assuming you didn't try to arrange it and you just save it directly, what will happen when you go back in your page? It will actually appear on the upper right side, which is not right. Okay, so what we need to do, go back here and try to rearrange this and put it on top again, so that it will be put on the left side. Then save again, save it, and let's try to refresh our page from here. Refresh. Let's see whether the home is being added now. Okay, there you are. If you noticed, I had here now the home option, but there are some limitation when you are going to create a home. Why? I will show you. Example, when you click home, it's actually empty, though you can also recreate. Supposed to be what we want to do in our home. It should appear our main page, actually in our main page, which is the one that we had a while ago, where there's a slider and there's images. So what would be the workaround? Although you can start creating from here from scratch. Okay, that's also another option. Okay, now instead of doing that, we will go to pages and let's try to delete this one, the home option, then put it to trash. Okay, now the home is gone. Let me refresh it. So home is gone in our top bar. Now go back to our menu. Then from here you can actually use the option called custom links. We're going to create something from here. So from the custom link, let's say I'm going to add here home. Now on this part, I will try to paste our page, this one, as our home page. Okay, so from here I'll paste it here, whatever would be the link, and then I'm going to add this option instead. Click add to menu. Now home is being added here, but this time we are using the custom link. Okay, now let's try to remove this one, this option. Okay, now put it back on top. That's the use of custom link. Let's try to save the menu again. I will try to explain later again why we need to use the custom link instead of pages. So let's try to refresh. Okay, now if I'm going to click the home option, it will be back now and to our main page. So this will be our main page in home. So whenever am I in the transparency cell or contact us option, so if I want to go back to home, I will be redirected to home. Let me say if I'm going to click this option, then it will go back in here. So that's the purpose of using a custom link. Okay, now let's try to add, how about we want to add some, what we call this one, another pages like the about us. So in the about us, it actually includes the mission and vision. So from here we haven't created yet the about us. Okay, now we also have the option, instead of putting here directly, if you're going to open here in the pages, in the mission and mission, it actually contains about the this one, mission and vision. Let me just edit it, making this into small letter. Okay, mission and vision. Okay, let me just retype it. Okay, updated. Now going back here to our dashboard. Okay, automatically the mission and vision is being created. Okay, now what we're going to do is go back here in the appearance and menus. So from here, what I'm going to do is create also another custom links, and I will call this one is about us. Okay, but prior to that, make sure to add more details or more pages that contains about us. Okay, example in the DICT that page, let's say we just open it. Let's just wait a little bit. Under about us, it actually contains some mandates. So if I'm going to click this option, if you notice, okay, when I point my cursor, there is no link, but it says dict.com.ph, then hashtag. So supposedly when we click on about us, it won't do any action, because we want our user, instead of clicking about us, we want the user or the viewer to click this submenus instead. Example here, the mandates, mission and vision, citizen charger, that's agency, etc. So here the mission and vision, which is being added here. So let's say I'm going to add this one, the mandate. I'll just copy this option and go back into my page. Let's try to create again another page. I'm going to call this as mandate powers. Okay, and then I'll just copy all of this. Okay, just as an example. Okay, let me just copy it and go back here. So from here I can choose the paragraph and paste all. I just control C and control V to paste the contents from here. Now I have a mandate powers and function page. So I'm going to publish this one now. Now here in the pages, I already have the mandate and I already had the mission and vision, so just like this, but we haven't created yet the about us. Okay, now here, going back to our menus, click this option, and what I'm going to do right now, same process what I did a while ago, is to create a custom links instead. So here I'll be typing the about us, and instead of putting the link here, I'll just use the hashtag instead. Then I'm going to plug this one, add to the menu. Now it being added, so what I'm going to do is put this after the home option. Okay, so we have it here now. Next thing that we're going to do, we will try to add the other pages, example the mission and vision, this one, mission and vision, the mandates and powers. We're going to add this under the about us. So you select this option and then add to menu again. You have to click this option again, so it will be added into our menu structure. Okay, then add to menu. Now it is being added. Is it being added or not yet? Oh, there you are. So it is being added. So what I'm going to do, I will try to select this option, the mandate and powers, under here in the about us. Let me mission and vision. Then the next thing what we do is make this one as the sub menu, where we have to, oh sorry, not this one, in our page, in the about us, it should be added here, the about us. Okay, then let's try to save this one first. Okay, if you're going to take a look here, refresh, the mission and vision, mandates and powers are actually added on the top bar. Well, what we want to do is put the mandate, mission and vision under the about us. So how are we going to transfer this one and the mission vision under the about us option? Okay, let's go back here, and then all you need to do, just drag this option, point your cursor here and put it on the right side. Okay, if you notice, there is now sub item, the word indicating it's a sub menu, it's a sub item. And then we can also move the mission and vision, their sub item. Okay, just right side here. Okay, so we have now two sub items and are about us. So let's try to save this option and click on our page. Let's try to check whether it's being updated. There you are. So it's working now. So if we're going to click this option, mandates and functions, we will be redirected to mandate, powers and functions. So if I'm going to click the mission and vision, I will be redirected to the mission and vision. So those are the techniques on how you can make it in submenu. Okay, that's an example. Okay, so what about, let's say you have created some, make sure that one is actually set to left menu. so that it will be added on the list menu as well. Okay, you might be asking, so what happened if I'm going to set it to auxiliary menu? Let's say I'm going to add again another menu structure in here. Let's say I'll be adding an FAQ maybe. Okay, let's try to add a page called FAQ. Okay, I'm going to call this as frequently asked questions. Okay, let's say we had FAQ in here as our page, and let's try to check what will happen if we're going to set it to auxiliary. Now go back to our dashboard, and we already had here the FAQ. Okay, go back to our appearance, then select menus, then from here let's try to add, let's say I'm going to make another option. Let's say, where is that? Frequently asked question, add to menu. Where is it? Okay, this one. Then I can also make this to auxiliary option. Let's say, let's save it. Now what will happen? So there you are, everything will be affected as well. If you notice, in the home, about us are actually under the auxiliary. It's being added there, so that's the effect of using the auxiliary instead. But instead you have to use the left option, save it again. So since I don't want this, so you will be asking, can I just put the, can I put it both, let's say here on top as well as the left menu? Then if you're going to save it, what will happen? Let's try to check. You had it on top, but there's also in here. See, that's what happened, which is not good. If you notice here, you had here about us almost the same, and then you just have to remove it instead. Okay, then I will remove the FAQ for now and this option. Okay, remove it and then save this one. Okay, that's how you're going to add auxiliary. Another one, since a while ago we are using the edit menus, there's also an option here like manage location. Okay, here by default the top bar menu is actually, of course, based on what you have created. Now if you want to, let's say, create new menu, this option, and I will put here auxiliary. I'll just put here auxiliary menu. Okay, just for me to be like, then in the auxiliary menu, this will be added under the auxiliary, of course, so I'll have to create a menu for this. So let's see, here I don't have any auxiliary yet, so let's try. If you notice here, I have two options now, the top bar and the auxiliary option. Okay, now let's say I'm going to add the FAQ option. Okay, instead of writing the whole word FAQ, maybe I can just make it shorter, perhaps. Okay, let me edit it. Let's say FAQ. Okay, now going back to our dashboard, we have now FAQ, and what we're going to do is try to put it under the auxiliary option. Okay, let's try to select, so let's review it again. So the auxiliary will be in the auxiliary option. So the red bar, you also had the option to have a multiple, or maybe put it on right side. Okay, this one is good to go now. Go back here. So since we had two options now, assuming the FAQ, I'm going to add just one, and I will be adding this under the auxiliary menu. Then add to menu. So if you notice, it is being added now in here. Okay, then for this one, I just set to auxiliary menu, the FAQ. So let's try to save it, and let's try to view. There you are. So there's also an option here like the FAQ. Okay, if you notice here, the FAQ is in our auxiliary menu, just in case you want to have more details. Okay, that's how easy to create the menu. It's really important that you have to really be familiar on the pages that you have created, and where are you going to put it, either on top bar, or should I put it in the right top bar or in the left menu of the top bar. And another thing that you need to check as well, this post option. Example, if I'm going to select this one and I'll be asked, okay, add to menu, assuming you might be curious, so what's this post is about, why it also added here in the menu. Let's try to explore how it works. Now assuming I'm going to select this option, then add to menu, so this post will be added in here. So let's try to check how it looks like. Save. Okay, it's now being added. So let's say, yeah, so this is how it looks like. The title will actually appear on here. It's like a shortcut link option. It will be added here. So if I'm going to click this post, particular post, let's say we're going to add another one, which is this one, add to auxiliary, so it will be added here as well. Okay, let's save it. Now from here, let me refresh. You notice there are multiple tabs now being added, meaning the title of the post will be indicated here. So if I'm going to click this option, I will be redirected here, okay, in this particular post. Obviously, which I don't like to put it here, okay, I'm just trying to demonstrate it to you how it works. But for now, I will remove this post from here. Okay, I'll just try to remove it because I don't want to put it there. Okay, that's it, and update it. Now let's try to preview it again, so it's gone. Assuming for now, I will try to remove the FAQ here. Okay, save it, then refresh again to see how it works. So we have no more auxiliary menu on this part. Okay, so the same process that you're going to do when you want to add the other sub menus here. Okay, so let's say I'm going to add another menu called training. I just had to filter it. Select this option. Okay, by the way, it's also important, if you notice, when I click this option, automatically this one does not change, so you need to select this option, the button, so that it will be refreshed. Okay, or go back here in the top menu and select it again. There you are. So assuming I'm going to add another menu called trainings. Okay, so from here I will add a custom link, and I'm going to call this one as trainings. And then training, I'm going to add this one as another. Oops, for now I'm going to add as hashtag. Okay, there you are, trainings. So from here I'll put it on top of the services, so it will be added now here. Let's say we have here the trainings. Let's see what's the, I think trainings is under the services. Okay, and then under the trainings there is ICT proficiency, etc. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, add another sub menu. Okay, so we had now the training. Okay, this training should be under the services. Okay, just put it on the right side. So therefore we're not going to use the URL here. Oh, it's okay, because we need to redirect from services, the trainings, and then we're not going to click this option, but instead we have to click on the sub menu instead. So example, this one, premium webinars for first semester, etc. Okay, this option. Okay, I'm going to add a page for this one, the ICT proficiency examination FAQ. Okay, so for that, let's try to create again another page. Oops, I haven't updated yet. Okay, saved it. Now go back to page, and I'm going to add another page again. I'm going to call this as, what's the name of the training again? Let's say ICT proficiency examination. ICT proficiency examination FAQ. Okay, FAQs, there's S. Okay, let's try to save this option, publish. Now going back here, so we're going to add this page and to our trainings. Go back here to menus, click this option, and then from here we already have in our list, so click this option, then add to menu again. So from here, since it's already here, what we need to do is put it under the training. So instead of putting this way like that, because it will be aligned, let's see what will happen if you put it that way. The under the services, have here the training, supposed to be this ICT proficiency is under the trainings. Okay, now let's edit this option, and we have to drag this one on the right side. Do not, press the left button of your mouse and do not release it yet, then you can drag it on the right side. There you are. Alright, now update it, save it. Okay, there you are. Let me refresh this one. For services, trainings, and ICT proficiency. So if we're going to click this option, we will be redirected to ICT proficiency. Okay, so in this option, let's try to open it. If you notice, it's actually a PDF file. Okay, you had the option to just copy this one. Okay, let me just copy all of this information from here. Okay, copy. I think there are so many things to be copied here. Okay, including the schedule. Okay, anyway, just for demonstration purposes. Okay, going back here, let's go to pages and edit this option, and we can try to add this one. Okay, so we have it now here. The Q&A, so you can make this one bold, Q option, and another one bold. Okay, HR. So what else? The HR. Okay, what's the HR? We need to make the other details as bold, including assess, build, and certify. I think I just copied up to here only. Okay, make it bold. What else? This option is bold as well. Let's try to finish this one first. This one is also bold. And this one. Okay, I think I forgot to make this bold as well. Okay, and you can now edit it. Just transfer it this way and adjust the spacing because we just copy pasted the details, so of course obviously we have to edit it. Formatting, we need to apply the formatting since we just copied the whole paragraph, so we need to extend our patience in deleting the space, the white spaces. There should be no white spaces. Okay, I don't know what's this word. Why it's I think the A part, which the one that we copied. Who can take the examination? Who can take the examination? Okay, there's a problem of what we had copied in this part. We can take the examination. Okay, I think this one need to be oh, there's something wrong with the words that we copy. Okay, let me try to copy it in Notepad. Oh, same process. So I think there's some characters. Anyway, we'll just type it to qualify. Okay, we'll just edit it later. Anyway, this is only for demonstration purposes on how we can do the copy paste option. Let me save it and go back to our dashboard. So in our FAQ, let's try to refresh this one again, and trainings, ICT proficiency. So these are now the information being added. Okay, for the FAQ, common problem. Okay, there are some techniques based on the requirements. You can actually use the table option as well as recommended by GWHS. Anyway, we will just do some editing later. For now, since our focus is on creating the menu, connecting the pages to menu. Okay, going back here. Since we already had our FAQ added, I think we are good to go on this option. So, anything else I forgot? Okay, I think all are. And you just have to continue creating more menus, and it's really important as well to verify first what would be the pages that you're going to put into your website, including the submenus. And it's really important to identify those details, because if we don't know, then the problem is how can we identify that this particular page is under training or services. It requires really a plan. Okay, cannot just create without any plan. You really have to collect data, and the process is just repeatedly what you have created for particular page also the same. And the next thing that you need to do is of course some adjustment. Okay, let's say, and let's try an option where example for this one, like the DICT, where it's just a link. Okay, let me try to download this file. Okay, I'm going to put it here as a PDF. Now in my upload, let's try to check the media library whether we can actually upload that in here. Okay, so I'll be selecting the file, show the file, and I will try to drag this one here, whether it works. So the file has been added. Okay, maximum, it's already in here. Now what we're going to do is try to attach this file instead. Okay, let's see how it works. Now from the upload option, so you have this information, and if you notice from here, there is also the link. Let me copy that one. Okay, if you noticed here, this is now the link. It shows with the date, the month, and the year. So let's see what we can do on this option. Okay, I think in the general settings, let me double check first before I forgot. Not this one. Permalinks. I think okay, let me try to edit that particular media. This one, let's see if this one works. It's supposed to be a download option. Okay, I will try to is there a date? Let me check. There's no date in here. Oh, 2017. That's the date. But I should remove this option. Okay, let me try. Uploads up to here only. Let's see if I can view. Let me copy this one again. Whether it's the same file that I just copied. It means, oh, they're still here. I guess it's because automatically the, what you call this one, this particular file, we will try to edit more details. So this is the link that we're going to get, the permalink. What we need to do is copy this instead. Okay, not the other one around. We can add the link here. Okay, the ICT proficiency FAQ. Okay, file. I'll just put it here, file. Updated. Okay, what we need to do is just have this link instead, copy it, and then update it. We will use the permalink. It's really important to change it and to permalink. There is a need for us to update, make an update on that. Okay, let's try to open up this view if we can view this option. I hope it works. Okay, there's a link in here now. There's a specific link. If you want to click it directly from here, so it will open up. Okay, so it works, and we will try to edit our page. So instead of adding this option a while ago, we actually just put it this way. Now, assuming we want to have the same approach, just a link where the user can just download the whole pages. Okay, now let's try to remove this page. Let's see whether it works. I'll try to put into trash this one. Now going back to our menus, appearance, and from here, this one is already gone. Now what I need to do is create custom links instead. Okay, from here I'll be adding here ICT proficiency examination FAQ, and then I'll paste here the link and the one that we had a while ago, and then add to menu. So from here it is being now added. So with regards to this, we're going to remove it now and put it here under the trainings. Let's try to check whether this one works. Let me close this one. Oops, why did I close the ICT? Oops. So it is added it here. Let's try to refresh this option. So this one will be gone now. Instead, we will have our link. Okay, let's try to open the train services, training, and ICT proficiency examination FAQ. We will now be, this one will be redirected to this option. Okay, and you can also directly open from here. Now you can actually go back if you want to. Well, the good thing on this aspect is that if ever you have some ICT proficiency exams, this part you had a lot of links in here to be added, but in case we don't want to add it here, how can we edit? Okay, we can actually edit this option sample. I'm going to add here that, so there are listing instead. Okay, then you can make an update. So from here on our site, you have no more title and this option, but automatically the other one is actually changing as well. Now, is there a plugins for this? This is the question. Can we add the plugin for PDF viewer? Okay, let me look for the approved plugins. Okay, let me check if there is a PDF viewer which is approved part of the. Okay, let me check here. Okay, if there are any PDF viewer, WordPress plugins, Google Maps, the gallery, Smiler, oh, the embed PDF viewer. Let's try to use this option, whether this one is okay, where we can actually view the PDF. Let's try to copy this. I hope this one is actually free, and add new. Then let's try to search for that particular plugin and search this option. Okay, embed. So this is compatible with this version being updated 5 days ago. Well, that's good to know. And there are other. Okay, embedded. We will be using this one. Click OK, so that we can just directly view it. And let's try to check also how this one works and activate this one as well. Okay, so where is now the embed option? View details. So let me try to refresh this one. And how can we use this one? The embed option. Okay, so the PDFs here will be added instead. Okay, and we're going to upload the PDF. This one is better, I guess, to use. So this is all. Let me try to do it again. Okay, we will try to use that. Okay, I'm going to create it again. Say ICT proficiency examination FAQs. So from here, according to the guide, we will be adding, okay, let's try to look for the PDF. Can we find it? PDF. Okay, there it is. So there's now a PDF option. Let's try to, okay, the one that we are using, and we're going to use from media library, which is this one, and then we have the link. Okay, let's say what's the file name. Let me just check with the file name. Okay, let me delete this one. Says here the specific date. Anyway, the file name, save, cancel, minimize it, select this option. So let's try to make this one bigger instead, so we can actually use this option instead of making it download. Make it 100%. Okay, I think this one is better because we had the option to download here and view instead of downloading it and open to another window. Okay, let's try to publish this one. Publish. Okay, now it is being published. So from here, I will remove now this custom link. Instead of using that, I'll try to remove it, and then we're going to, oops, I'm going to make a save menu, and let me check in the pages. So we have, okay, I haven't saved it yet. Okay, I need to publish it. Okay, it's now being published. Why this one is dropped? Attempt a blank, this blank contain invalid content. Why it's invalid result? After conversion. Okay, we'll try to convert that in. Okay, convert to blocks. So it's really important to convert this into blocks. Okay, there you are, being added. So let's try to make an update, and let's try to view what happened here. Okay, there you are. Okay, where's the scroll option here? This is the problem because okay, why this is the only thing, because when you put it into block this way, this is how it looks like. You cannot see it, the whole page. So this is the limitation if you will use that option. If you notice, cannot see it properly, although what happened here? The height, I think we can adjust this one to 1020, and the width is, make this 800. Let's see whether this one is better. The height of this one 120. Let me change this to 20, and this one to 800. The frame, let's try to make an update for this. Okay, okay, I think this one is better. So you just have to really adjust it using your screen. Okay, it's really better to adjust it, this option. So this one is working now. Okay, this one is better. Let's see whether it adjusts. Okay, this one. You can also have the 2-page option, but I suggest to just uncheck because you cannot read it clearly. Okay, this one is better option. So at least you don't need to open up another page or another window. All you need to do just preview it. Okay, oh, I think this one is better option. You just have to make an adjustment. So going back here, what I did is actually just edit the size, the height, and the width, and this option, because we are trying to embed the PDF using the embed PDF viewer. And in here we change the size. Okay, from here as well, the size, the width, and the height, so that it can be arranged. The title. Okay, it's really important. There's no and if you want to make an adjustment for that, let's say you just want to make it 750 instead, that will be okay, because depending on your screen size. So here you can also adjust that if you want to 750. Okay, and updated. So let me refresh. Now I mean preview. So let's see with the mobile view. Okay, because we haven't preview yet. Switch to desktop view, I mean. Okay, let's try to go back to our dashboard, and from here let's refresh it. So we don't have this page anymore. Where is now the training? So the training is not here, not being added yet. Okay, it's not yet added yet. Let's go to our dashboard and go to appearance and menus. Then what we're going to do is add this one, add to menu, and put it under the trainings. Okay, then update it. Okay, it's being updated now. So let's go back. Services, trainings, and ICT proficiency FAQ. When you click this option, you can see it from here now. You can also download and print here directly. and you can also preview. So this is also another option on how you can add a PDF at the same time preview it using the PDF embed option. The plugins that we install here is this one, embed PDF viewer. Okay, so I guess that's all for creating the menu, and I hope you have learned something on how you can create menu, connect the pages, and combine what you have learned in here. So thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye.